Everybody's afraid the first time. Like, they just are. Let me tell you what, it's gonna be scary. So you better have a reason why you're running. Running from the game you're in and running to the game that you see here. I had a reason to run. There was this thing inside of me that was calling me. Being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. 99% of the planet is not an entrepreneur. They are not. They never will be. They do not have the emotional capacity to do it. They do not have the mental skill sets, commitment to do it. They are much better off to align with an entrepreneur who is called to be an insane person and build something big. And that's okay. There's no shame in that at all. But for those who feel that they are part of that 1% crazy, they're just being crazy enough to say, I want to take on the responsibility of payroll of $1 million a month. I want to take on responsibility of paying the checks to people who have children. I'm going to be the one responsible at night who never gets to turn it off. I'm the one on Saturday afternoon dealing with the stress of payrolls on Monday while my employees are out playing at the beach with their children, just knowing the check's going to show up. If you're going to go down that path, you better be committed to something. And the commitment cannot be, I want to make money, because here's the reality. Most entrepreneurs fail. Most business owners fail. They fail to make more money than they would have made working for someone else. It's the only game ever built where somebody would trade in working 40 hours a week for somebody else to make less money working 100 hours a week for themselves. Most entrepreneurs fail, but you don't have to be the one that fails if you choose something different, which is you've got to have a why. Not some paint on the sky bullshit, little painting on the wall why. I'm talking about something inside of you you cannot shut off. You try to, but you can't shut it off because it's right here and it's pulsing and it's beating and it's moving. And if you don't move on it, the only choice you have is die or keep drinking and ignoring this thing inside of you. And if you're drawn here to ClickFunnels, it's highly likely that you are one of the 1% crazies, and welcome home.
Well, if you are, get on your feet and welcome to the stage, Mr. Russell. Hey!
Welcome back, everybody, to day number 3. I wanted to pre-frame this day with that clip from Garrett White from the Two Comma Club documentary. How many of you guys, when you hear that, you get excited, you get motivated, you get nervous, you get all the emotions, all the feelings that are happening? Okay, I hope so, because you guys are here learning how to do something that's amazing. This isn't something you're going to go and like, we're going to log in and build a funnel, make a bunch of money. It's like, we're trying to create something amazing here, right? The businesses, the things you're creating, the things you're putting out there into the world are literally, like we talked about yesterday, there are things that are going to be changing the lives of the customers that you've been called to serve. And so I want to make sure that we frame it today, because this is something, again, I told you day number 1, like, this is a challenge. This is not just like, oh, we're going to stroll along and build something fun. Like, this is a challenge. Okay. And you guys are pushing yourselves, and I'm proud of you. I'm watching it happen. I'm watching the growth happening in the Facebook group where you're getting stuck and you're figuring things out and you're moving forward, and like all the fear and anxiety, you guys are going outside of that and like smashing through it. So how many of you guys in the last couple of days went live in our Facebook group for the first time in your entire life? You did something you've never done before, right? That's a good thing. Like, it's so awesome to see you guys doing these things. Okay. And every single day, we're going to stretch you a little more and give you a little more things to do to keep helping you grow. And so you can get your first funnel done and launched and live. Now, today's going to be, I'm really excited. Today's going to be a really fun day. I know the last few days have been kind of heavy. Like, we had to go deep into figure out what funnels were, what funnel hacking is, how to find out what a funnel is even going to be. Then yesterday, we went deep into like figuring out you and your message. What are you going to be talking about, right? We talked about building a list and getting those people to come to you. How do you find them? How do you build a list that's going to get people to come to you so that then you can send them emails, you can sell them your products and your services. And today we're going to talk about how do you get people now to show up, right? If you have a lead funnel, like we talked about yesterday, the squeeze page funnel, right? You've got it right here where page number 1, you've got your lead magnet. You get email address. Page number 2, you got a thank you page. You know your goal is get down here and start building a list of people, right? So the question is, how do you get people in here? So that's what we're talking about today, is how do we get all the people from Facebook, from Instagram, from YouTube, from all these different social platforms to come and get your lead magnet, come into your world, so then you can start serving those people, right? Because again, business is all about serving people. So how do we get those people? How do we get their attention? How do we get them to show up? And so that's what we're going to be talking about specifically today. And we're going to have some fun. I've got some really cool guest speakers today. They're going to be that are here to serve you guys. We got some fun case studies and examples. I'm going to show you some things that we're doing, and hopefully it'll be a fun, exciting day for you guys. So that's kind of the game plan. You guys ready for that today? If you are, thank you. If you are, let me know in the comments down below, wherever you're at. I know we got a ton of VIPs in the VIP rooms right now. I can see all your beautiful faces. Look like if you guys are excited for today, wave your arms so I can see it. Yeah. So cool. I wish you guys could all see this direction, but I'll show you guys later on today. But yeah, those guys decide if you're in Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, anywhere else you're watching it, let us know as well so we can see you guys are excited. But I'm ready for today. So again, to kind of recap where we've been going. So day number 1, we talked about bootstrapping your business with funnels. Day number 2, we talked about your first funnel, which was yesterday. Today, we're going into how do you get people from the internet, from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, to come into your funnels, right? This is the thing people always get struggling with. I built a funnel, Russell, but how do I get people to show up? Okay, and it's like, I'm sure you've heard the movie, we talk about if you build it, they will come, right? Field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Okay, unfortunately, in the real world, that's not true. You build the funnel, people aren't going to come. You have to do certain activities to get people to show up, to get your dream customers to raise their hand and to come to you. Now, the good news is right now, it's easier than it's ever been on the history of this planet. Back in the day, if you want to get people to come to you, you had to go and write a TV commercial or newspaper or direct mail or things like that. It was hard, right? You had to do advertising and you had to spend millions of dollars to do it. But what's powerful today, you're going to learn, is that because of Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all these social platforms, is I can create an ad and only show it to my dream customers. I don't have to show it to everybody on Facebook, right? I just show it to people who are interested in my thing, right? The people that are most likely to raise their hands. And that's what's so powerful about the internet, is we can start getting people coming to us for either free or for really low costs, which is what this is all about today, okay? So hooks are offer. Tomorrow is going to be a really fun day. Tomorrow I'm going to go into funnel building and the other types of funnels you need to understand, you need to learn, you need to master, which would be cool. And then day 5, we're talking about follow-up funnels. And then as you also know, we on Saturday, we're having a huge event. And just, we'll be sending out the exact dates and times people have been asking. We'll be starting earlier on Saturday. That way we can all start early, get out of here early and have some fun. But we got some amazing guest speakers flying in from around the world to come serve you guys on Saturday for a huge celebration event, which will be really cool as well. So that's what's happening. And I want to start today actually teaching you guys a couple things from one of my books. So a lot of you guys know, and if you don't know, you should know, I wrote 3 books. And the first book's called .com Secrets. This is like the science and philosophy of how you build funnels. That was the first book I wrote. And after I wrote that book and got out into the world, this is like, people read this book and it was kind of like how we launched ClickFunnels, right? People read this book like, oh, this is what funnels are. And then they could use ClickFunnels as a tool. So this goes through like the 12 most important funnels and things like that, and a whole bunch of other cool things. But after you let the funnels working, the next question is like, well, my funnels are working, but how do I get, like, they're not converting. Like, what are the words I say? What videos, how do I persuade people to buy from me? And so my second book was all about that, like this persuasion skills. If you listen to Garrett and to Jamie and to Stacy and Paul, they all talked about my perfect webinar script and how we position things. Like, that's what this book's all about. How do you actually sell inside of your funnels? And then the third book is Traffic Secrets, right? Which is how to get traffic in your funnel. So I recommend you guys all read these. On the homework assignment tonight is for you to go get copies. You can get a free copy. We just cover shipping and handling on these. But I wanted to go actually into the .com Secrets book today because one of the core frameworks I teach here inside this book is the core for you to really understanding how to have success getting people into your world. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So the very first section, first chapter of .com Secrets, actually, I have a framework that I teach called the Secret Formula. And the secret formula is really simple, but it's one of those things like most people, they don't think about it, right? They're just jumping online, trying to make money, and they struggle and they run out of time or money. They don't have any success because they're not thinking about these basic simple strategies. So I'm going to explain this first one to you because it'll help frame everything we're going to be doing today. So I call this the secret formula. And people always ask me, do you use secret in everything you say, Russell? And the answer is yes, I try to. So, okay. So secret formula is very simple. The first question, this is what we talked a lot about yesterday, is who is your dream customer? So there's a picture of a fish, but this is your dream customer. Who is the person that you are supposed to be serving with your business? Okay. Most people start with, I created this product, and they try to find the people to sell to. That's the wrong way to do business. Okay. Because, if you know who you got to find, if you know exactly who you're going to serve, it's easy to go find them. If you don't know who you need to serve, it's hard. Traffic becomes hard to get people into your funnel, right? So the first question is who, right? And we talked a lot about this yesterday. Hopefully you guys got kind of a clear picture on this. If not, I want you to keep thinking about it. If you're a VIP, go watch the replays from yesterday so you can go deeper and deeper in this, like who is the person I'm supposed to serve, okay? So that's question number 1. Now, question number 2 is after I know who I'm supposed to serve, the next question is where. Where are those people currently congregating? So I'm going to draw a picture of a little lake here with a whole bunch of your dream customers inside of it. Okay. Now, the principle I want you guys to understand that'll make this game so simple for you is that people congregate together based on similar beliefs and values, right? That's the whole power of the internet. That's why we have it. Social media, we're social. We connect with people that we like, people we understand, people who are similar to us, right? That's why Zuckerberg is the richest man in the world, or one of the richest people in the world, because he connected people based on similar beliefs and values. That's what's happening in all sorts of social media. And so a phrase I use all the time I talk about is like, you figure out who's your dream customer. Second question is, where are they congregating? When you hear the word congregation, what is the word you typically think of? Write in the comments down. In the comments, I want to see who thinks. When you hear the word congregation, what do you typically think? Yeah, church. Everyone's church. Okay. So think about this. Like, people in churches, they congregate together based on similar beliefs and values, right? So all of the Baptists congregate together on Sunday over here. All of the Mormons are over here. All of the Catholics are over here. All the Muslims are over here. Like, everyone's congregating together based on their similar beliefs and values, right? Now, if I wanted to sell something to Baptists, where would I go? Well, they're all congregating in this one spot, right? They're all like a whole bunch of people in one spot. I would go to those people and they're all standing in one spot. I don't have to advertise the entire world. I just go to the congregation. Okay, really quick before I get too deep in this, I'm not telling you to go to churches and sell stuff. That's not any of the context I'm talking about, but it's a metaphor. Thank you, yes. But conceptually, I understand the concept of congregations, because yes, it happens in churches, but it happens everywhere online. Like, when I was growing up, a lot of you guys know my story. You probably see my ears. I'm a wrestler. So this is cauliflower ear. It's because I love wrestling, right? And so it's interesting because when I was in college wrestling, we had college study hall. And we, as student athletes, we had to do study hall because otherwise most of us would fail out of school. So we had study hall, and it was mandatory 2 hours a day. And so I'm sitting in study hall every single day, and I would always go to my favorite website, which at the time was themat.com. It's something different now. Someone bought that company, but it was called themat.com. And this is where all of the wrestlers in the entire world would get together and we would congregate together. So my 2 hours of study hall was usually 2 hours of me on the mat talking about wrestling matches, my favorite wrestlers and what they were doing, and the matches coming up this weekend. We were hanging out talking about wrestling. It wasn't just me. It was me, and it was crazy. I look around in the computer lab with all my other wrestling buddies, and all of us were on the same site. And it wasn't just happening here at Boise State. It was happening at every single high school and college around the country and around the world. So every single night, I knew that at 5 o'clock at night, every wrestler on the planet was on themat.com talking about wrestling. That's where my people congregated together. That's where I felt home. That's where I talked to people, right? Now, if I was somebody who was trying to sell wrestling shoes or wrestling clothes or wrestling course or a book or wrestling shoelaces or whatever it was, man, I could go advertise all over the internet, or I could figure out, okay, who's my dream customer? Wrestlers, college wrestlers. Where are they congregating? Well, they're all on this one website. All you do is I go to that website, and then it takes me to step number 3. What is the bait? I got to create some kind of bait that I can throw out there into the world to grab my dream customers and bring them to me, right? Another good name for bait could be lead magnet. Oh, wait, did we talk about that yesterday? What if I had a lead magnet my dream customers knew that they really wanted, and they were all congregating in one spot, and I went there and I bought an ad in front of them, and they saw the lead magnet. Lead magnet was so sexy they all wanted it. They clicked on the link, and they came over and gave me an email address. What would happen? All of a sudden, I started building a huge email list of my dream customers because I knew exactly who they were and exactly where they were congregating, and I got my message out in front of them. That's the principle. It's simple. Okay, all of you I promise you, are going to try to overcomplicate this. You're going to get so obsessed with like ads and algorithms and keywords and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, those things are important, but like, this is the principle. If you understand this, business becomes really, really easy, right? Who's my dream customer? Where are they congregating? What kind of bait can I throw out there to get their attention? And then from there, after I get them, then where am I trying to take them? I want to get them some big result, right? If I'm called to serve these people, how do I serve them? I want them to be successful. So I try to figure out what's the big result. This is a guy climbing a mountain. Right? I'm trying to take them on this journey. After they come into my world, then I take them on this journey. I sell them my products, my services, things like that to help them to get some kind of result. Okay. So that's the secret formula I want you guys understanding. Now, what does this actually look like? It looks like a lot of things, right? Where are these people congregating? They could be on Facebook, right? But like, for example, right now, there are, how many people in this Facebook group that we launched? Like, I think we had like 150,000 people registered for this challenge. I think like 40 or 50,000 of you guys made it to this group. So right now there's 40 or 50,000 people in the group all talking about funnels, right? So I'm congregating together. Now, obviously, we don't let you guys come in here and spam the group. That's what I'm talking about. But imagine if you're in this group, like there's a congregation. So Facebook, there's tons of groups. If you go to Facebook and you type photography group, you're going to find out there are hundreds of groups of photographers getting together talking about photography. Some groups have 30,000, some have 150,000, right? And if you go in those groups and you participate and you serve and you show up and people see you, that's what's going to happen. These people are going to start coming to you, right? Email list. How many of you guys are on somebody's email list? Right? You're on my email list. You're on Tony Robbins' email list. You're on, I'm trying to think all the affiliates who promoted this. Like a lot of people affiliate list, right? A congregation could be someone's affiliate list. So I can go to somebody and say, hey, you've got a list of my dream customers. Will you send an email to that list for me? And if so, I'll give you half the money we make over here. We'll partner on these things, right? Opens up all these different ways to get traffic. So this is the strategy I want you thinking through. This is how we play this game. It's not more difficult than that. Who's my dream customer? I got to understand who they are. Then where are they congregating? What blogs are they reading? What email newsletters? What Facebook groups are they part of? What do they search for on Google? What do they search for on TikTok? What blogs do they read? That's the question I start figuring out. And then I start doing that. I start finding where those people are at. Then I create my lead magnet. This bait, I throw it into the world. I get those people coming towards me. And if they come to me, and then I help them get a result by selling them my products and my services. That's what the secret formula is, okay? So that's the first framework I wanted you to understand. In fact, there is the slide version of it right there. There's where we're taking people, right? Okay, now the second framework I want you to understand is kind of tied in here. In fact, if you look right here, I have this little hook that I'm throwing out here, right? So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on this right here. So if you see it says bait. So inside of bait, there's this other framework. And this is, for me, probably the most important framework that you need to understand. And the framework is this. It's called hook, story, offer. This is what we're going to go deep on today, hook, story, offer. So if you think about this, your job is when you are, you've created a lead magnet, there's all these people over here that want it. Your dream customers are here, but somehow I have to grab their attention. I got to throw a hook out there, right? The bait to get their attention. And then from there, we tell them a story and then make them an offer. So I'm going to begin with the hook. So what is a hook? Okay. A hook could be anything. I always think about this. I think about most people in their lives. Whoa, expert secrets just fell. I'll put the books down so we don't have any more book falling. Most people would think about they're at home at night. They have a busy day. They're at home and sit down on their phone and they're scrolling. Like they're on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, right? So what is a hook? A hook is the thing that gets somebody to stop scrolling for a second. Like, whoa, what is that? Right? So the goal of hook is just to grab someone's attention just long enough that you can then tell them a story. Step number 2, right? So I hook them and I tell them a story, right? And a story, it doesn't have to be like a 4-hour-long story. A story can be 30 seconds. It could be 2 minutes. It could be 5 minutes, depending on what we're doing. But the goal of the story is to engage with somebody, to build rapport with them, build a relationship. And after you build a relationship, then you go and you make them an offer. Okay? So the offer is your product, your service, it could be your lead magnet, it could be a lot of things. So hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer. Now, just to help you understand why this is, again, this is one of these principles. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. I have people right now who pay me $100,000 to consult them on their business. And they come to me like, hey, Russell, look at my funnels. What's wrong with it? And I always tell them like, well, this is the deal. If something in your funnel is not working, it's always either the hook, the story, or the offer. It's always one of those 3 things, right? If the ad's not working, it's because either the hook's not good, the story, or the offer. If the landing page isn't working, it's either the hook, the story, or the offer. If the sales page isn't working, it's the hook, the story, or the offer, right? If the upsell page isn't working, it's the hook. It's always one of these 3 things. And so I look like I'm a genius. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for sending me that money. Let's look at your ad. I look at the ad. I'm like, man, this ad's not working. Why not? I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? It's either the hook, the story, the offer. Which one do you think it is? Like, oh, well, the hook's good, but yeah, the story's not very good. Or like, the hook's kind of lame. It's probably why it's not working. Or hook's good, story's good, but the offer's not that good. I'm like, yeah, maybe if you change the offer. Maybe change the story. And they change it and we tweak. Like, oh, it's working. Oh, cool. Then on a landing page, good landing page. It's not working, Russell. Why not? I don't know. Like, do you think it's the hook, the story, the offer? I ask them. They tell me, well, the hook's pretty good. This maybe is the story, right? And that's all we do. We go through page by page by page. It's always either the hook, the story, or the offer. Okay, so something's not working. This is the default. It's not working. Why not? One of these 3 reasons. It's always one of these 3. 100% of the time. Either the hook, the story, or the offer. Okay, so if nobody's opting into your funnels, one of these, either your hook's no good, your story's no good, or your offer's no good, right? If they're not buying your product, hook, story, it's always one of these 3 things. Okay, so I want to drill this into your head. It's that important. Okay, but specifically today we're talking about traffic, right? Like we're talking about the bait we're using to throw out here to get people to come to us. And so inside that framework, hook, story, offer is the key. Okay, we're always throwing out hooks. Now, when I launched the Expert Secrets book, about the same time, one of my friends, Dean Graciosi, was launching his book. How many of you guys know Dean, by the way? I think like 10,000 plus of you guys who came to this challenge came from Dean. So thank you, Dean, for being amazing. But Dean and I both launched books at the exact same time. So I launched Expert Secrets and he was launching his Millionaire Success Habits. And I love Dean, one of my favorite people in the world. And we decided that we should have a challenge to see who could sell more books. And obviously, Dean's pretty cool, but like, come on, I'm going to beat him for sure, right? So we go out there and we start launching our books and we start selling copies and like we're crushing it. Like we're hitting like thousands of sales a week, like all sorts of stuff. And it's just like we're scaling, our funnel's doing awesome and we're killing it. He's doing awesome. And after like a month or 2, we started like sharing numbers like, hey, what's happening? Like how many books have you sold? What does it look like? And we showed all the data and the numbers. And the one thing that was very painful for me was Dean was selling 4 times as many books as I was. And I couldn't figure out because my funnel was out converting his funnel. I'm like, how's my funnel doing more and you're selling more books? This makes no sense. And he's like, I don't know either. We didn't really know. Okay, look, going back and forth and back and forth. So much so that eventually, like, I was like, I got to figure this out. So I jumped in a plane. I flew down to Dean's house at his office, sat down with this team, with my team. We started going through everything. And all of a sudden in the data, we realized there was one thing that Dean was doing different than me. I had created like a dozen ads to go promote my book. Dean was creating like a dozen ads a week. He had way more hooks he was throwing out there. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. The only difference was that. He's like, Russell, you're throwing a dozen hooks and hoping people to bite. But you don't know, like, there's this huge pond of millions and millions of people. Maybe they don't want this hook or this hook or this hook. My guess is you probably saw a lot of ads coming into this challenge, right? And maybe the first one didn't connect with you, the second or the third or the fourth. Like one of them was the one like, oh, I got to be part of this. Maybe you saw the ad with Damon, or maybe you saw one with Dean, or one with me, or a podcast, or like there's a million different hooks we threw out there to fill this challenge up, right? And so the key is you got to have a lot of different hooks. So you have to become good at like making hooks and throwing them out there because you don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. Okay. So after we got back from this, I went back and I said, I'm going to create some hooks. And so guess how many hooks I created? A lot. Here's a couple. Ad after ad after ad after ad. We were just creating ads and having so much fun just because I didn't know which hook's going to work. So I don't know what bait's going to work. I'm going to keep throwing them out and throwing them out and throwing them out and throwing them out. We just did literally hundreds and hundreds of ads. And guess what? Very quickly, a bunch of them started popping, started growing, and then we started selling tons of copies of our books, okay? But it's getting good at putting a lot of different ads and creative out there, okay? So you guys remember this right here? This is the lead magnet funnel I showed you guys yesterday, right? And if you look at this right here, again, 272,327 people had given me their email address for this lead magnet, which we talked about how much an email's worth yesterday, right? So like this funnel has been, this is a multi-million-dollar 2-page funnel. Like that's the reality of it, right? It's amazing. And so how did we promote this? A lot of you guys asked that. Well, how did you get people to actually give you their email address, Russell? Well, I tried a bunch of things. I tried putting out ads. I tried different things and nothing really hit. And then one day I was on family vacation and sitting and I took this lead magnet, I printed it out and I bound it at Kinko's. So I had a copy of it. And we were about to go boating with my daughter. And I was like, hey, let's make an ad real quick. And I was like, it's kind of a cool hook. Like my daughter and I were in a boat. Like this is a hook. This is throw this hook out and see what's going to happen. And so I'm going to show you guys the very first of this ad. You guys want to see it real quick? Okay, here's an ad I'm going to show you again. We're not going to watch the whole thing. But I want you to see a piece of it so you kind of see this is how simple ads can be. And also note, especially those of you guys like, I can't do an ad because my makeup's not okay or my hair or my whatever. Like, look how horrible I look in this video. This is a gift to give all y'all to know that you can do horrible ads and get hundreds of thousands of leads. All right, so video number 1.
What's up, everybody? I'm in the boat with Ellie here. She's driving. Well, we're not actually in the water yet. We're in the boat storage unit, but we're about to go live and go boating. You excited?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Hey, but before we did, we've got some really cool gifts that we want to give you guys today. Hope that's okay. I just woke up. My hair looks amazing. For those who are wondering if this is how I always do my hair on vacation, yes, I do. Hustle mode shirt is on officially for a few more minutes, then it's going off, and then I'm going to just pass out. But for right now, we need to hustle and give you guys some amazing, amazing, amazing gifts if you guys are okay with that. All right, so this is the gifts I want to give you guys. Check it out. There are 2 books right here. Let me flip this around so you can a little better. The first one is called The Marketing Secrets Black Book. How many of you guys want this? If you want the Marketing Secrets Black Book, go freak out and give me some hearts and some taps and some things like that really quick. And number 2, this is the Marketing Secrets Binge Guide. What are these, Ellie?
I don't know.
She has no idea. All right, let me tell you guys what they are. Okay, so some of you guys saw the emails I sent out yesterday about this.
Okay, so that was the thing. I made a little ad with my daughter and I and put it out there. We posted it on Facebook for free. It was a Facebook Live. I went live for a little bit and said, go get the book, gave them a link. Oh, did we lose our screen here? Okay, if we gave them a link to the lead magnet, they went over here, opted in, and started working. All of a sudden, opt-ins started coming in. We got 1, then 5, then 10, then 100, then 500, then 1,000. And we saw this hook is working really, really good for free. So then we logged into Facebook and said, okay, show this ad to all of these people here, okay, to all my dream customers. We're going to say my dream customers. Facebook will let you say, who are your dream customers? Well, they're people who are entrepreneurs, who follow Tony Robbins, who listen to Joe Rogan, or like you pick the information, and then it just shows that ad to the people who are your dream customers. Then people who are my dream customers sitting there on Facebook or scrolling. Also, they see this weird hook, Russell Brunson with his hair all jacked up in a boat with his daughter, and it's this weird, like, there's so many hooks on there. Like the visual hooks are just like, what is happening, right? My gold hook just stopped them just long enough. They're like, whoa, what's happening? They click play, hooked them. Now what happens? I tell them a story. I'm here with my daughter. We're about to go on a boat. It's going to be amazing, right? But before we do, I got something really cool for you. My story was like, 10 seconds long, 15 seconds long. I made this cool book. It's PDF. I printed it out for you. But if you want a free copy of it, all you got to do is go to blah.com. Hook story offer. Boom, 100,000 leads come in, right? That's how simple this game is, okay? In fact, it's funny because there are times when I overcomplicate this, and I'll go. In fact, more than once we've hired huge advertising agencies to make us these huge, crazy expensive ads. Like we'll spend $500,000 or more to create an ad. Okay, really quick. Don't do that. For almost all of you, don't do that because you have no idea which hook's going to work. So you spend $500,000 on a hook and you throw it out there and nobody bites on it. That's an expensive problem to learn. And you never know what it's going to be. So you're always looking for these hooks. In fact, one of my favorite examples of this, some of you guys know Dan Henry. This is someone who's in our community, 2 Comma Club winner. And he was in my inner circle. And in the inner circle, we have this Facebook group that all the inner circle members are in. And one night, I'm at my house with my kids, hanging out, just doing our thing. And all of a sudden, I get a notification, my phone pops up. It says, Dan Henry's going live in the inner circle group. And I was like, oh no. What's about to happen? So I click live, and literally Dan Henry's from his house. He's like, I am so drunk. Am I in the right Facebook group? Am I in Russell Brunson's Facebook group? Because I am so drunk. But I want you guys, in fact, do you guys want to see part of the ad? So anyway, he went live for like 30 minutes talking about how rich the .com Secrets book made him. I paid $7 for this book, Russell. I became blah, blah, blah. And look at this house I bought. Like it was like a train wreck. Like I couldn't stop watching it. And the second it got done, I was like, whoa. And I sent it to John. I'm like, turn this into an ad now. And so John went and ripped it out. We turned it into a little tiny ad. We ran it. And so I'm going to show you the ad first, and I'll show you how many people have seen this ad afterwards. So Dan Henry video.
Because I'm a little drunk. I think I am. Yeah. Listen, Russell, I'm good at what I do. I'm good at Facebook ads. I'm good at all that. But I just want to give you I want to give you an honest thank you. Because look at this. Look at this stuff. God, I can't believe I'm actually censoring myself while I'm drinking. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this right now. One webinar. One mother effing webinar. Okay? One mother effing webinar. Look at this crap right now. Okay? That right there. And the third floor is not even lit up, bro. The third floor, like that's you can't even see it because it's not lit up because all the lights are off. But bro, that's one webinar, okay? You don't even understand. 11 months ago, I made $0 with webinars. Today, I've made $2.2 or $2.3 million with one webinar. Not 2 webinars, not 3 webinars. One webinar hosted on ClickFunnels, not on Webinar Jam, not on Demio, not on Stealth or whatever the flipping whatever everybody else uses. ClickFunnels all the way, one webinar, a $2 million house. I went from not being able to pay my bills. I bought your book, your .com Secrets book, which, by the way, I'm going to be honest with you, it's still the best book you've ever written. It's amazing. .com Secrets got me this house. I'm going to say that again. .com Secrets got me this house. And the third floor ain't even lit up. Okay? One more time. .com mother effing secrets. Not no freaking, look, not no funnel hacks, not even inner circle. Just your $7 book, bro, got me this house. I mean, why the hell are you giving that away for $7? That's why I gave you 25 grand. Because, bro, you made me $1 million. Like, you made me the first day I ran your perfect webinar, I made $48,000. What?
All right. And it goes on and on and on. So again, we saw that. I was like, that is a great hook. Turned into an ad. We chopped it up, threw it out there, and check out the slides right here. So this is the ad, as you can see right here. This is how many views. When I pulled the screenshot, 3.7 million people saw this ad of Dan Henry, drunk, talking about my book. Guess how many copies of my book is sold? I don't actually know the number off the top of my head, but it was a lot. So you never know what hook's going to work. It cost me $0 to make that ad, right? It was just a hook. And I'm like, that's a hook. We can use that hook, okay? So I'm always looking at what are the hooks I can use to put out there, okay? And so a lot of times you're making these ads, I don't want you guys overcomplicating it. It's a simple thing. In fact, whenever I'm doing anything in this world, I'm walking around looking like, can I do an ad here? Where can I do an ad? I'm going to show you guys some fun examples of it. So one of them I'm going to show you guys. I'll show you clips of all these just to kind of get you seeing how simple it can be. We were in Amsterdam. I spoke at an event. We were walking down the street. And as we walked down the street, all of a sudden, I saw this huge green rhino in the lobby of a hotel. And I was like, whoa, that's a green rhino. And I thought, wait, that just hooked me. It made me stop from walk like, whoa, green rhino. I was like, that's going to get someone to stop and scroll. That's a good hook. So we ran inside real quick, and you can hear the sound quality is horrible. There's noise. We're in the middle of a hotel lobby, and I got my book out. I was like, blah, 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 and I made a quick hook story offer, and this ad sold tens of thousands of copies of the book. So I'm going to show you guys the first half of this ad right now. Hey, my name is Russell Brunson. I'm here in the Netherlands with my green rhino, and I just got done speaking at Tony Robbins' event, teaching a whole bunch of amazing entrepreneurs how to get their voice out to more people, how to build a tribe, and how to make a whole bunch of money. And the process I taught was the same process I teach here in my Expert Secrets book. In fact, one of the attendees we were checking out a hotel here just came up to me and said, I need to learn how to sell the way you do. And I said, well, I taught the entire process here inside the Expert Secrets book. I literally go slide by slide by slide by slide by slide and show the whole thing. He's like, are you kidding me? So we actually gave him a copy of the book, and he was blown away. And so I thought, as long as I'm here with my green rhino, I might as well give you a free copy of the book. If you want one, go to expertsecrets.com or click the link down below, and we'll send you out a free copy of the book. You cover shipping and handling, I'll cover the printing. This book will teach you how to sell, how to build a tribe, how to serve a lot of people and change their lives, and also at the same time make a whole bunch of money. So get your free copy now, expertsecrets.com. All right, you see that? Green Rhino is a hook. I tell a quick story about a guy in my hotel room. Offer, go buy the book down below. Hook, story, offer. That ad cost me $0 to make. Less than a minute, boom, tens of thousands of copies of my book sold. Okay? Hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer. You guys see how this works? Next time you're walking down the street, you're your kid's soccer game. You're like, oh, there's a soccer ball. Hey, this is Russell. There's a soccer ball right there. I got a quick story to tell you. Like, I'm just trying to hook them just long as to stop them so I can then tell them a story and then make them a special offer, right? Which then pushes them from the internet into my funnels, and now I can take them on this journey. Okay, here's another one. Next one I'll show you. This is, so back behind the office here was a big mud field, and we had potato guns, and we were shooting, because we talked about day number one. I make potato guns, we were shooting them, and I was like, what if we shot a potato gun at this like cardboard stand-up of our gold prospector and then made it into an ad? And so we did. So check this out. Hey, my name is Russell Brunson. I'm a potato gun expert. And I just finished my new book called Expert Secrets. Expert Secrets told you can become an expert in anything. I've done it with potato guns. I've done it with other things as well. So inside the Expert Secrets book, I tell a story about how I started my entire business as a potato gun expert. I was making DVDs teaching people how to make potato guns, how to shoot them. It was a ton of fun. And I turned that little idea, that hobby, into a career. And you can do the same thing with the things that you're good at. What is it you're good at? What are you passionate about? What do you have opinions on? What do you have a lot of advice about? What is it something that you love, that you're an expert at, that you can share with the world? Just like I made money selling potato gun DVDs, and now I make money teaching people how to market their businesses. You can make money with your passion, your idea. And the way to do that is all included here inside the Expert Secrets book. Now, I have pre-bought a whole bunch of copies of this. If you want, you can go to Amazon.com, go order it from there. You'll see tons and tons of 5-star reviews. Or if you want, you can get a free copy. All you got to do is go to expertsecrets.com. I already bought the book. You cover a tiny shipping handling fee. I will ship you out your very own copy. Then you can read this book and find out how to find your message, how to build your tribe, and how to make a whole bunch of money teaching people whatever it is that you're amazing at. Now, this book has literally helped hundreds and hundreds of people around the world to take their passion, their talents, their ideas, their hobbies, their advice, and turn it into a full-time business. And you can do the same thing as well. All you got to do is go to expertsecrets.com, get your free copy there, and you'll also see all the other bonuses and other cool stuff I'm going to give you as well when you go and get your free copy. So now is the time. Wherever you're at watching this on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching this at, stop everything you're doing, go to expertsecrets.com, get your free copy. I'll ship you this out, and this will teach you how to take your ideas and turn it into a business. Thanks so much. Again, my name's Russell Brunson. All right, you guys seen this? Hook, story, offer. Hook, I'm gonna shoot a potato gun at a thing, tell a story about a book, and then make an offer, right? Hook, story, offer. Let's do, so a couple hours after I made that one, shooting a potato gun, then we were still in the Jeep out back, and I'd seen Dean Graziosi did an ad where he lit his book on fire. So I was like, we should light my book on fire. And so, by the way, don't light your books on fire. I learned this. You can't just light it on fire. You have to like douse it in gasoline. And then when you're like filming a video live and you light it on fire and gasoline's dripping down your arms and you're like, it makes the ad really intense, but like, just be careful. So don't try this at home, but check out this hook. Here we go. Hey, my name is Russell Brunson, and this book, my new book, is literally on fire. I'm hoping it doesn't catch me on fire. It's my brand new book called Expert Secrets, to teach you how to find your voice, how to share your advice, and actually make money doing it. And right now, if you go to Amazon.com, you can get a copy of this book for $20, and you see all the 5-star reviews. Or you can get a free copy going to expertsecrets.com. Literally, this book is on fire. It's changing people's lives all around the world, and now it can change yours as well. But you got to go to expertsecrets.com to get it for free. I bought a whole bunch of copies that have not been burned, and you can get your copy there. And look at that. That's kind of cool. And all you gotta do is cover the shipping and handling costs. So all you do is expertsecrets.com. This book is gonna show you how to start a business by sharing your advice. You can be a coach, a consultant. You can sell info products, training programs, courses. This book shows you how to find your voice, how to package that into a product people will sell,
how to sell it, how to drive traffic, everything you need to launch and to grow your business. It's a ton of fun. So get your free copy right now. expertsecrets.com is where you get it. And all you got to do is let us know where to ship it, and I'll ship one to you. So again, go to expertsecrets.com or click on the link down below. This book is literally on fire, and now you get your copy as well. Thanks so much. My name's Russell Brunson. I cannot wait to ship you out your copy of the book. Thanks.
My hands are burning. Anyway, but again, we're looking for fun hooks. I want to skip the next one and then go to the push-ups one next. So the last time I'm going to show you guys, this is for this challenge. My team's like, we need more hooks, Russell. Like, we need more. Like, we spent a lot of money for this challenge to get people in. So like, we need more hooks. We need a lot of hooks. And so I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't know, just like do push-ups or something. I was like, okay. And so let me show you guys an ad that I did. This one took me 20 seconds to make. Literally, you hear my back crack in the middle of it because I tried to do a one-arm push-up, which I haven't done in like 20 years. And but it became a hook and one of our highest converting ads for the entire challenge. So here we go. Hey, what's up? This is Russell. I'm getting ready for the Your First Funnel Challenge. I hope you're ready too. It's starting really, really soon. If you haven't signed up yet, go to yourfirstfunnelchallenge.com. Yeah, do one-handed push-up. Let's try it. Here we go. If I can do it, you got to register. It's free. 5-day challenge. Teach you how to build your first funnel. Okay, here we go. One-hand push-up. Yeah, you got to come now. Go ahead and register at yourfirstfunnelchallenge.com. I'll show you how to build your very first funnel and get it done and launched and live. It's going to be so much fun. I'll see you on the challenge. Click on the link down below. I'm like, please come. I sacrificed my back for you. I'm going to be in traction on table. Yeah, anyway. You guys get this, like, it can be really fast and really fun and really easy. And so I'm cranking out ads like this all the time. This phone right here is the ad making machine for me. It's great. It's powerful. In fact, how many of you guys want to make an ad with me right now? You guys want to see how this works? Okay, I'm going to come off stage. We're going to go live. What's up, everybody at home? Okay, so we're going to come over here. And this is the LED wall. This is like, look, all the VIPs are here. What's up, VIPs? Guys, wave your hands. If you guys turn your cameras on, make an ad. The more of you I can see, the better this ad's going to look, okay? All right, so here's my my professional ad. You guys ready for this? Okay. If you guys can like go crazy in the background where I'm going, that'll help a lot. So I just go crazy, okay? What's up, everyone? This is Russell Brunson. I hope you're doing amazing. Right now, I'm in the middle of the Your First Funnel Challenge. Look at all these amazing VIPs here hanging out with us. We're having so much fun, and I want to make sure you don't miss this challenge. It's happening right now. There's going to be a link down below for you to register. It's completely free for 5 days. I'm going to show you how to get your first funnel done and launched and live, just like these amazing people have learned how to do. And they are now, most of these, they're on day 3. They've got a funnel happening, is being built. I saw like 90% of them got a funnel posted in the Facebook group last night, which means it's happening for people just like you. And now you got to take that leap of faith. So the challenge is completely free. Click the link down below to go register, and I'll see you on the Your First Funnel Challenge. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. Boom. Did you see that? We got an ad done. I'm going to send that to my ads team. They will turn it live, and that'll hopefully get, 4,000 or 5,000 more people to join. It took me, 14 seconds? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go on stage and finish what we're talking about. Hopefully, if I can figure out how to get on the cameras. Okay. So you guys see how this process works? Like, it's going out there and just creating these hooks and throwing them out there, right? And does not have to be perfect. In fact, the perfect ones traditionally don't do nearly as well as the easy ones, right? I spent a whole bunch of money paying Damon John to make a bunch of ads for me that did really, really well. That push-up one did just as well. So like understanding like that's the power in these things is figuring out how to throw out hooks to get people's attention. So they'll see your message, they'll stop scrolling, you'll grab their attention, they'll click on the link, they'll come over here, boom, and then they're going to get your lead magnet, get your free offer, get into your funnels and things like that. Okay. Someone asked a good question, said, does it have to be video? It doesn't have to be video. You can do hook story offer with long form words and things like that. You can do it with images. You can do a lot of different ways. Video just happens to be the thing that works the best on the internet today. You notice even Instagram went from all pictures to now it's basically all videos. Like videos are what people are consuming. So it's good to do videos, but it doesn't mean you have to do the videos as well. It could be something else. It could be like your hand running. Like one of our best video ads is like my phone with a book. And it's like, this is the .com Secrets book, and it drops down this huge stairway and it hits the ground, and that's it. Like, it's just a visual hook to get somebody to buy. My face wasn't even on that ad at all. So I want you to understand that. Okay, a couple of things. Day number 1, we talked about funnel hacking. Do you guys remember this? Like how to go look at people's funnels and see what's working so you can model them. The same thing is true with ads. I'm going to show you guys how we do ad hacking. Is I go and look like, what are other people doing? Because I'm not always super creative. I didn't have the idea for burning my book, but I saw Dean Graziosi burning his book. I'm like, oh, I could do that fine. Right? So what I do is there's a couple of things. If you pull up the slides again, if you go to anybody's Facebook page, legally Facebook has to disclose this now. It didn't have to back in the day, but now they do. If you go to someone's page, not their personal page, but their business page, okay? So for me, I buy ads. I don't buy ads for my Russell Brunson personal profile, but I have a Russell Brunson, they used to call them fan pages, but it's my Russell Brunson page. And from this page is where I buy all my ads on Facebook, right? So if you go to my page and you scroll around, there's a link right here that says page transparency. Do you see that? So this is the gift that the government may forced Facebook to give us. I'm so grateful for it. You click on page transparency, takes this little pop-up right here. And right here's a little button that says, go to the ad library. You click on that, and then boom, it pulls up every single ad that I'm running. I can't hide it. You guys can see every single ad I'm running and show how long I've been running for, what's working, what's not working. So I'll run ads for a long time. When they stop working, we stop running, but you can see what's currently working on my page, but on everybody's page. Okay. So if you want to funnel hack who's in your business, who's in your market, you'll find them. You can go see exactly what ads are working, and you don't copy and be like, oh my gosh, this is a good idea. He did this thing right here. We dropped the book. He did the thing. I could drop a book. I could go run through the house with going crazy. I could you start looking for different ideas by looking at other people's hooks. Okay. And so I want you to understand that that's a really cool thing. And then one other thing on one pager, I give you guys a cool thing today on today's one pager. So this is the link to it. Again, your firstfunnelchallenge.com/day3. But if we can actually pull the one pager up on the big screen back here, I want to show you guys one of the cool things I gave you today. If you watch the video, you'll see me doing this in the homework. But if you come back here, the top of the one page, you see the two frameworks we went into today. But you keep scrolling up. Right here it says step number 2 is find other ads you can model. So here, step 1 shows you how to find it on someone's Facebook page right here. But step number 2 has these different links. So if you click on this, the Facebook ads library link, you click on this, and this is this cool thing where you can search all of Facebook for any topic, and it'll show you all the ads people running. Okay, so it shows up right here. If you come, let's see, you have to click add categories. So if you click right here and choose all categories, I think, or all ads, and then type in weight loss. Click on weight loss, and then just click enter. It pulls up everybody on Facebook who's running weight loss ads. And if I need ideas for how to run Facebook ads, I can just look at all these, start scrolling through them. There's like thousands and thousands of different weight loss ads. So you look at, how this person do it? What's their hook? What's their story? What's their offer? How they do it? And you start getting good ideas of how things can work, right? And let's say, for example, let's say right here, the Testosterone and Wellness Center. There should be a link. It's blurry on the screen, but I should be able to click on the actual ad. Maybe just click on the thing right here and see if it takes me there. Maybe click right there. If you click on the link, it takes you to, guess what? To their funnel. You can see what their funnel actually looks like. Okay, there's a Facebook ad. Click right there. Boom. And it's going to take you to their actual funnel. So here you see everybody's ads and then see what is the funnel it takes them to. And then you can look at this and say, should I funnel hack this person? Like, here's the thing. What did it look like? And you start being able to find these things. I have a lot of questions this week and asking, people ask, well, how do I actually find these funnels to funnel? I can't find them. Who do I even look for? That's the secret. So on the one pager today, you go again to this Facebook ads library, you click on it, start searching for things. You'll see not only all the ads to give you ideas for hooks that you can use, but then if you click on the ads, it'll take you to the actual landing page and you'll see their funnels, right? Every ad has a funnel behind it. You guys understand that? A lot of you guys still have the question, what is a funnel? Every time you click on an ad, what you're landing on the next page is a funnel. Okay, I want you to understand that. In fact, my daughter Nora asked me this 2 days ago because it was after day 1, we were preparing for this whole thing. And she asked me, she's like, Dad, what's a funnel again? I said, okay, Nora, when you watch YouTube videos, because she loves YouTube, I'm like, you're watching Adley or you're watching Mr. Beast or something, and all of a sudden an ad comes up. She's like, yeah. She's like, is that a funnel? I'm like, no, the ad's not the funnel. But when you click on the ad, it takes you to a page, and that page is a funnel. She's like, oh. She's like, well, who builds the funnel? I said, ClickFunnels. She's like, oh, my daughter, Nora, my 7-year-old, had the epiphany. And hopefully you guys are seeing as well. If every time you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere, and you see something, you click on an ad, the next page you're hitting, that is the funnel. Right. So this tool is so powerful because you can see millions of it. If I scroll back up, let's pick another market. I have a bone broth company. So let's type in, instead of weight loss, let's type in bone broth up here. Let's see everybody else who's selling bone broth products besides me. I want to get some ideas. What's working? What are the ads running? You click on that and boom, here's all my competitors. There's all their bone broth ads. Right. So I get ideas that's how they're doing it. Let's go slower. So there's a product shot one. Here's one of them drinking. Here's one of them, someone pouring the bone broth in. So you look at different ideas. Then again, you click on it, see the landing page, and you're getting ideas how to hack the ads, how to hack the funnels, and it helps you so much in the research. Does that make sense? So if you guys I want you, your homework assignment tonight is pretty simple. Okay, you'll see number 1 is just go here and play, start looking, start researching, start trying to figure out what kind of ads could you get, what are the people's landing pages. And number 2 is I want you guys each to create a little 10-second, 2-minute video pitching whatever your lead magnet is. And you don't have to post it live right now, but I do want you to post it in the Facebook group so we can all see it and give some critiques and ideas and just kind of have some fun with it, okay? So that's your guys' homework. You'll see it on the one pager tonight is literally to make a 2-minute video pitching something. And you can pitch it like Russell Brunson pitches. You can pitch it like somebody else. Pitch your own style. You don't have to be I'm more hypey, whoa, what's up? I'm Russell. You can be like, hey, I drink bone broth. Click link down below and I will send you some, right? Do whatever, do you. You don't have to be me, but do you. And then post it in the Facebook group. That's gonna be the homework assignment for today. That sound good? Okay. So and now I want to introduce you guys to one of our guest speakers for today. I'm really excited because I obviously geek out and I love create ads and I have my style of doing it. And about a year ago, I was in my inner circle meeting and I had a chance to meet this person you'll meet. And she obviously stuck out because she has half her hair is pink and half blonde. I was like, hey, what's your name? And we started talking and asked what she did. And I started following her. I started seeing these ads she were creating. And her ads were so fun, so funny, so cool, so amazing. We started going back and forth talking about them. And a couple months later, we had a big mastermind that we do in Mexico. I said, we show everybody in our inner circle mastermind group how you do your ads. And she got on stage and she showed it. And it was amazing. And then we did a young entrepreneur event. And so I had her come teach the young entrepreneurs, and all the young entrepreneurs had a chance to actually watch or like learn from her. And then they went out and they all made their own ads. In fact, we had the contest where one of the kids won like a big prize from us. But she had, I don't know, 800 little kids, teenagers out making ads during this process. It was so much fun. And then she spoke at Funnel Hacking Live this year. And I was like, Christine, I'm so sorry. I've invited you to speak at like 500 events in a row, but what you do is so cool and so powerful and so fun. Would you be willing to come to the Your First Funnel Challenge and show everyone here as well? And luckily for me and for you, she said yes. So if you guys want to learn some really fun, creative, awesome ways to make ads, I need you guys to go crazy in the chat. And welcome to our stage, Christine Morel. Let's go.
Can I get the clicker? Oh, there we go. Okay. Awesome. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. All right. I'm Christine Morel. I'm going to talk to you guys about making fun ads. I'm going to like go through this as quickly as I can because I have so much stuff that I want to cover today. So today I'm going to show you how I earned my first 2 Comma Club award using just a toilet and a cell phone without steady Wi-Fi. I had like almost no Wi-Fi, no cell phone service. I didn't have any high ticket products or anything like that. I was just selling a $19 book, but I got a couple of 2 Comma Club awards actually. And I'm going to show you how to make ads that don't suck. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how to add humor into your ads so that you can sell more of whatever it is that you're selling. So these are some of the comments that I get where people are like, this is the only ad that matters. I don't even make music. I'm trying to market something. This got to be the best Instagram ad we've all seen. One of the most creative ads I've ever seen in a while. This is so cool because usually when people see your ads or when people see ads, they're not like excited. But imagine if you were to create ads and people were like, I can't wait till the next ad comes out. Like that's just kind of like a crazy thought, right? So I want to help you guys to create that. Now on the left, I got my first 2 Comma Club award. That was teaching musicians how to make money. But on the second one, what was really interesting was I started selling cologne online. Now, if you guys think about this, cologne you can't smell. You can't smell because you're looking at it online. Yet I got another 2 Comma Club award selling cologne online, just using funny ads and funnels. So to give you guys a really, really quick background, I was a professional musician. I had read Expert Secrets. I need to be like Dan Henry and like film one of those drunk, like all I did was read this one book, but I'll have my kids, so everybody be like, she's a terrible mom. So, so this is my son. He was like just born. He was like a few months old. I was working on a book because I had seen, Russell, and he was like, you could sell this book. And like, I knew that he was doing ads. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I had a baby. I became a single mom. I had been performing full time, but COVID had hit and I wanted to be home with my son. And I was like, okay, all my shows got canceled. Everything was crazy. So I was just like, crap, I got to like figure out how to make more money. And so because I was raising my son by myself, I got really overwhelmed. I moved in with my parents on this farm. And this is a legit picture of like Google Earth where I was living in the middle of nowhere, like lots of cornfields, all those little cow things. Those were dairies like that were just all around me. There was nothing, no Wi-Fi, nothing. And every day I would wait till my mom came home because I didn't have a car, and I would drive her car around like 7:00 p.m. and I would just shoot ads at home. And then I would drive her car into town, and then I would upload my ads, and I would just like post them, and I'd like pray and be like, please, little baby Jesus, please let me sell something. So I read Expert Secrets, and this changed everything for me. So I read Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson, and that was all that I read. So I didn't do anything. I didn't do any challenges like you guys. So this is so awesome that you guys are here. I just read Expert Secrets. That was it. And Russell said that you can make a great living teaching others what you already know. And what I knew was I knew how to teach musicians how to book shows. I knew how to teach musicians how to get press and how to get their music out there and make money online. And I saw his ads pop up, and I'm like, he's running ads. So I'm going to run ads, and I'm going to sell my book. And so I launched my very first simple ad with my cell phone. Like it wasn't even funny. It was nothing. My very first like couple things, I literally just pulled out my cell phone like Russell was saying, and I just talked about my book. And so I wanted to show you guys this because this is so simple. Oops, let me go back. Can we play that ad?
Hey guys, Christine Morel here. If you're a singer, musician, or a band and you have not gotten your copy of 3,446 fairs and festivals around the United States that have money to pay artists to perform, you are missing out, especially if you're wanting to start performing and getting paid, sharing your musical gifts with the world, exposing your music to thousands of people. Guys, this is a game changer. I'm just going to show you the inside of this. This is literally thousands of fairs and festivals. As you can see, it's the direct email address of the person who's going to hire you, the state, the city. This is a game changer if you're wanting to start performing and making money. So you don't have to be doing those free shows and open mics. You're an artist, a musician, or a band, and you're going, gosh, I want to start making money doing this. Then this is definitely something that you're going to need. Check out the description, click on the link. It's on sale right now. 3,446 fairs and festivals around the United States that have money to pay you. They want to pay you. They want you to entertain their guests. Guys, make sure to get a copy for yourself, and let's get going.
It was crazy because that ad took me like 5 minutes to shoot. Like my son was asleep, so I'm like, I got 5 minutes. So I shot it like super, super fast. And in that 5 minutes, I uploaded that ad, and I made more money off of that one ad than I had made working for like a whole year. It was crazy. I'm like, something that took me 5 minutes. And that's the difference, is some people just are so scared, and it's really just picking up your cell phone. Now, COVID had hit, so obviously the book stopped selling because we weren't doing any shows anymore. But again, where Russ was talking about hook story offer, then I just changed the offer, and I just changed the book to where I was going to show them how they now could market their music online. So I just changed and I adapted with the market. Now, why is marketing so important? Well, this is what introduces your product or service to the world. If no one knows that your product exists, no one can buy it. So you got to let people know. So there's a few things that you want to include in every ad. Who, what, why, when, how. So who's your ideal customer? What are you offering? Why do people need your product or service? When can they get started or get results? And how do they get it? So one of the big things that after I saw this work, I was like, oh my God, that was such a bad ad. I'm just sitting there with my cell phone. Imagine if I actually like put some time into this and made this awesome and funny and really cool. Cause I'm really nerdy. And when I was a kid, I would always make like really funny skits and stuff. And I'm like, I just want to be like a kid. And at the end, I'll just say like, click and buy something. And maybe I'll, even make more money. And so for me, I asked myself, how do I get their attention? How do I get them to laugh? How do I get them to click? And how do I get them to engage and identify? So one of the things that I asked myself was, what do I have access to? Because I'm now living on this farm. Okay. And I have like hardly any resources. I literally have like one neighbor like so far away. So I asked, what do I have access to? And for you guys, ask yourself, what do you have access to? Is there a park? Is there a gym? Is there a pool? What do you have access to, and how can you use it? So for me, that was, I had a horse, I had oranges, I had a lawnmower, and had a book. And that was what was in my backyard. But then the coolest thing that I had in my backyard was that I had a toilet. And I was telling everybody, because everybody's like, why did you have a toilet in your backyard? And I'm like, because I'm Mexican and we do all our own plumbing. We do all our own electricity. We do all our own stuff. And at that time, we had been remodeling my mom's bathroom, and we put the toilet in the backyard because that's what Mexicans do. And so I saw my brother, and I was like, brother, you're going to sit on this toilet. And I asked myself, I'm like, what are people doing whenever they're scrolling through Facebook? And so I thought, I'm like, they're pooping. That's what they're doing. They're pooping. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them out. I'm going to be like, I know you're pooping right now, but you should be buying my book. And so that's what we did. And my brother is super awesome. And he was like, sure, I'll do it. So this is what happened. Let's play that.
Hey, artists and musicians. I know a lot of you guys are at home right now doing nothing, trying to figure out what to do with your time, not promoting your music, maybe riding plastic horses like this one, or maybe you've learned how to juggle, or maybe you've learned a new language. Hay una changa embarazada en el baño. Or a lot of you may have even started your own lawn mowing business, but none of that matters if you're not promoting your music. See, a lot of you guys are like Harry over here. Say hello, Harry.
Howdy, y'all.
How long have you been sitting there, Harry?
25 minutes.
A lot of you guys that are watching right now are doing the exact same thing that Harry's doing.
Ain't that the truth, Christine Morel?
You can call me Christine.
All right, Christine Morel.
Now, instead of wasting time doing stuff like this, you could have already have submitted your music to 4,592 blogs and magazines and Spotify playlists that all play music and publish music from independent artists like yourself. And in fact, I put together a list of 4,592 of them. And if you get just one of these blogs to publish your music, you'll potentially reach hundreds to thousands of listeners overnight. So if you're an artist that wants to get your music out there, don't be like Harry.
Hey!
Check the description, click on the link, and let's get your music out there.
And it was crazy because it got like 20 million views. It was absolutely insane. And it blew my mind that it was like, oh my God, we just literally shot this with a cell phone, and people were coming up to me, and I presented this at Funnel Hacking Live, and people were coming up to me and they're like, no offense, but your ad, it's just like, we can barely hear you, and there's like wind, and there's, all this stuff. They're like, but now I know that I can do it. So I'm like, thanks, I think, so that's great. They're like, your ad sucked, and now I feel great about my ads. I'm like, that's awesome. Okay. So I shot it on a cell phone. I shot it in my backyard. I used my brother as an actor, and I edited it myself. Nothing special, no big team, no nothing. So there's a few things that I have noticed that like work really, really well. And like Russell was talking about that hook. And so if you make your intro attention grabbing, like really visually, because sometimes people don't even have their audio on, think about you're in competition with like other people. So other people are like scrolling, and imagine like if there's a million things in their face, how are you going to get their attention? Like they're scrolling and they're seeing stuff like Octomom just had 8 babies, or like Brad Pitt's really like a racist alien. I don't even know why that came to my head, but you know, just like weird stuff is like happening. And it's like, how are you going to stand out in front of them? And so ask yourself, what do I have access to? And what can I do? Like, can you do like a cartwheel? Are you like really like a ninja? Like, can you do something that like makes, grabs people's attention? And so one thing, I was at Funnel Hacking Live and I was talking about this idea that I had for this guy that I called Pickle Pete, right? And I was like, imagine if you were a pickle and you were like, you dressed up as a pickle and you were like, in a pickle, and you were like doing debt consolidation or something. And you were like, let me help you with your debt consolidation. And I'm like, and then if you like added like a little skit and you were like, you need some money, call Pickle Pete. You need some help, call Pickle Pete, Pickle Pete, Pickle Pete, PicklePete.com. I was like, that'd be so awesome, right? Well, a guy in the audience actually did it. So he actually went and got the pickle costume, and he like wrote me, and he told me, he's like, yo, like I got the pickle costume, and guess what? It was my most clicked ad I've ever had. And I was like, thank you, rev share. You know what I mean? So it's like awesome. And so like I got this cow costume the other day because I'm going to be doing a real estate ad, and I was like, how funny would it be to be like, you ready to move into your house? Like just something stupid. But it's like people are going to pay attention, even if they think you're stupid. They're still going to watch you. Like I've seen so many people comment on my ads and they're like, how do I get the last 5 minutes of my life back? And it's awesome. Like, but you watched it. Mission accomplished. So a big thing is ask yourself, what are your customers' pain points? Are they broke? Are they overweight? Are they unhappy? Because one way that I like to add humor is I like to exaggerate the pain points of your customer, because this is what makes it so funny. So in this skit right here, I exaggerate the pain of raising prices, because I know some of you guys that are watching are probably like, I hate asking for money. I hate raising my prices. I hate doing this. So I want you to imagine, like, if let's say you're in the coaching business, and you can be in the coaching business for like anything, like some sort of wealth coach, right? Imagine how your customers feel and then exaggerate that in your ads, and it makes it so funny. And I've noticed that those are some of my best performing ads. So let's play this one.
So I really want to make more money, but I don't know how to raise my prices. So what is the thing that you're selling cost $1,000? How much do you want to sell it for? $3,000. Okay, so now whenever you're talking to a potential client, you get to the part where you say, this is how much my thing costs. Yeah. Instead of saying $1,000, you say $3,000. But that just seems too simple. Okay, so let's try it. And now you can buy my coaching program for $3,000. $3,000. $300. Nope. $30. Now you're just going backwards. I can't do it. You got this. I'm scared. Get a hold of yourself. $3,000. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Who's bad? I'm bad. Who's bad? I'm bad. You're bad. I'm bad. Who's bad? Good. Now let's talk about raising prices for your other services.
And those are so fun because you can go back and forth and you can like attack the, challenges that they have, and you can play all the characters. Like you don't even need lots of people. Like just put on a wig or I have like different glasses, or, in that one, I just put glasses on and I change the angle of the camera. So those are really simple to do. Also for this challenge, for this particular challenge, you guys got here somehow, right? There were ads running, you got an email, you got something. So I just picked up my cell phone and I just started going. And I just kept talking and I kept, going on it. So I want to show you guys. But like one of the comments I got here was someone was like top 5 best ads ever. And it's literally just a cell phone ad. And this is something that everyone can do. And this was me promoting to get people on this challenge that you're on now. So let's try this one.
All right, entrepreneurs. So if this sounds like you're like, I have this idea and I want to launch it and I have no idea where to start. Then listen up. Russell Brunson and high-level entrepreneurs, including myself, are going to be teaching a 5-day challenge where we're going to show you how to launch your business idea within 5 days. Yes. We got Russell Brunson. What? We got Damon John. What? We got like other amazing entrepreneurs and me showing you how to do it. So you have no excuses. You can't be like, my goldfish died. I can't do this. Now, some of you are like, I don't have any tech skills. I don't have a big team. I have a pet camel that I got to take care of. But seriously, even if you don't have a product, like when I first started out, I didn't even have a product. When I started with funnels. Maybe you don't even know what a funnel is, but you just know that you want an online business. If that's you, you need to join this 5-day challenge. Sign up below, click that link. I can't wait to see you on the challenge. Let's do this. Let's mother truck and go. Let's go, biatch. What's my favorite word? Biatch. I don't know that that's the right place to say this. It's probably not. So if you're an entrepreneur or you got this idea and you're like, man, I just really want to get this out to the world, but I have no idea where to start. This is where to start. So click that link below to join the free 5-day challenge and hurry because it's starting soon. If you want to build a funnel, then sign up with Russell. You want to start your business, then take the 5-day, build your first funnel, even if you don't know what a funnel is, or have a product, or have any tech skills, or know how to use software. Challenge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like what's my favorite word? Like all that stuff, it's just so ridiculous. So for you guys, like, what do you have? Like so many people have like my thing is music. So I'm going to like write a silly song, but I mean, you can do anything. You could be doing cartwheels. You could be like Russell lighting something on fire. Like there's so many things that you could be doing visually that are going to grab people's attention. And this makes it fun. Like this is the fun part. Like you don't need to be boring. You don't need to be like bland, like be like so many of us, I think are like, so like kids inside and we overthink these things and we don't need to, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. Another big thing is write your ad in chunks, record it line by line, change scenes frequently, and edit out the dead space and have energy. And what I mean by that is so many of you sometimes are scared because you're like, man, that's kind of scary. Like I can't talk for that long. I can't memorize all that stuff. Well, then do it line by line. Like you can literally, like, let's say you had a cell phone case, for example, you could be like, let me tell you about my cell phone case. And then you could move it to this side, right? You want to change scenes. And then you could be like, this is the best cell phone case ever. And the delivery of what you do to like have energy. And then you could just be like, maybe you drop the phone in like water and you're like, see, it's not even broken anymore. What? Like just doing stuff like just the delivery of what you're doing. People are going to be like, it's just a cell phone case. Like, why is she so excited? But they're going to click on it because they're going to be like, well, she said it's the most amazing cell phone case ever. Maybe it is. Let me click on this. So also just your delivery and your energy is going to make a huge difference. And I worked with Brooke Castillo, who's going to be coming up here right after this, which is super awesome. And I want you to pay attention to this ad because this is our hook. Like if you saw this, you're like so confused, right? You're like, what is happening right now? And so what's cool about this is Brooke is poised like the whole time. Like she's so like posh. And so for you guys, maybe you don't want to like be hanging upside down in a mattress or whatever. So you could also get your friends to do it or get your kids to do it or get your employees, your poor employees are like, this isn't in my job description. But you could get them to do it. And then in this ad, we also cover some of the pain points of her ideal audience. Some of them overeat, some of them overdrink, some of them do compulsive shopping. And let's play this ad for you guys to check it out.
Stuck in life? How did you even do that? If your life isn't turning out as planned and you've been feeling unmotivated, you need to get a ticket to my virtual 3-day event. I'm going to help you stop feeling depressed and uninspired. I'll help you get motivated to take care of your physical health. I'll help you stop doing things that are wasting your time and money, like compulsive shopping. But seriously, check out some of these testimonials from people who've attended my event. Now is the time to stop doing the things that don't serve you and start hitting what you really want. When you attend my virtual event, you are going to feel like the beautiful person that you are. I'm going to help you stop feeling like a victim and help you reach your highest potential. So if you're ready to get started and change your life, click below to attend my virtual event and let's get you unstuck. Click the link below to find out more.
Now, Brooke is a life coach, and I was thinking in my head, I'm like, imagine if you're going through like Facebook and like other people are like, I'm a life coach and I will help you with your problems. And you see Brooke and she's like twerking at the end. I'm like, if I'm going to get a life coach, I want the twerking life coach. That's who I want. So just showing your personality makes such a big difference in doing this. So have fun. Don't overthink this. It doesn't have to be complicated. So just a few really quick recap and tips. Grab people's attention in the first second. That hook is so, so important. Cover who, what, when, where, how. I get a lot of those music and sound effects from Facebook Sound Collection. So if you actually Google Facebook Sound Collection, you're going to find all these sound effects, all this music that you can take and use. If you advertise on like YouTube, I usually go on like YouTube and I take like sounds and music from YouTube. I don't know if that's legal, but I haven't gotten in trouble yet. So I just do it all the time. I'm like, well, And then I edit ads using Canva or CapCut. Use your colleagues and friends for actors, and you can just record using your cell phone. Last, Russell has been talking to you guys so much about how there's two different things that you can do, and you can create ads for your own company and sell your own products and services. But if you don't have a product or service, you can create ads and funnels for other companies. And I did that. So with the cologne, when I told you guys that I did a 2 Comma Club award for selling cologne online, that's actually what I did. I went to a company that existed, and I said, hey, I kind of figured out this thing called funnels, and I'll make a funnel for you, and I'll make ads for you, and I want a rev share. So I actually didn't even charge him. I said, I want a 50% rev share. So any of the money that I make you, I want half. And he said, sure, because he didn't even know funnels. He didn't know about ads. He didn't want to do the work, and he didn't have to pay me anything up front. But now I've been running ads for like 3 years. I'm gonna tell you guys, I've been running one ad for 3 years, the same ad. And I've made so much money off that ad. I spent like 10 minutes shooting it, guys, and for 3 years have made money off. Like, it's crazy. Like the amount of knowledge that you guys have gotten today is absolutely insane. Anyone can do this. Russell has provided the framework for you guys. If I could do it, like I literally got a few 2 Comma Club awards literally off of just this book. And you guys have been here and you actually have the framework and everything. Just do everything. He's done all the work. Do the work, create the ads, make it happen. If I can do all this without having like Wi-Fi and without having cell phone service or any of those things, imagine what you guys can do. All right, I'm Christine Burrell. Thank you guys. All right, bye.
All right, you guys having fun today? This has been so much fun. As every time I hear Christine talk, I'm sitting back and thinking like how many different like things I create, or go to Amazon, how many costumes I could find, or different props or things like that. And it gets me excited. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. All right, day number 3 is not done though, you guys. We have some more fun things. So I mentioned I went live in the Facebook group a little bit earlier today at 9 a.m. Mountain Time because we have, like I said, in-house studio audience sitting here today. And one of the people that's in-house is Brooke Castillo, who, if you watch, if you were at Funnel Hacking Live this year, she spoke on stage. If you follow her, you just saw Christine did an ad with her a few minutes ago. And she's here, and like, I was like, you're in the room. We should have you come and talk about some amazingness. And last night she messaged me and she's like, it would be really good. Because, she owns a life coach school. She trains life coaches. She's insanely successful. But she's like, we should have a session where we figure out what things people are struggling with and just kind of help knock those things down. And we've been doing that in the VIP sessions for all the VIPs. We thought it'd be fun to do that right now with you guys for the next 30 minutes or so. How many of you guys would love to have some fun doing that? Okay, very cool. So we've been gathering all of the comments, the feedback you guys posted earlier. Brent's going to read them to us. But to do this session, I'm going to bring up one of my friends and someone who I'm so excited and proud to introduce you guys, which is Brooke Castillo. Come on up. Hey.
Hey, everyone. Yay. Thank you, Russell, for having me here.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got?
Oh, we got through. There's my page again for one page. Okay, next slide.
Next slide. What do we got?
And there's Brooke Funnel Hacking Live.
Woo! Okay, so I just want to do a quick intro, and then we're going to talk about, we kind of went through some of what you guys presented in the Facebook group and some of the issues that you're dealing with, and so we want to address those directly. But I just want to give you, I know some of you don't know who I am, so I just want to give a quick intro for who I am and kind of how I got exposed to Russell and how I use funnels. So I'm a life coach. I run the life coach school. We serve about 10,000 clients per year. And many of the people who go through my school become life coaches and they need to build businesses. And so we have this little kind of joke within our industry. It's like there's a life coach there's 2 kinds of life coaches. There's life coaches that don't have funnels and there's the life coaches that do. And the life coaches that don't have funnels have tens of clients. And the life coaches that do have thousands of clients. We have 10,000 people. Funnels make the difference between how much, not just how much money you can make, but how much impact you can make. And so I'm a huge fan of funnels. And one of the things that I think is my secret sauce, the reason I'm able to make a ridiculous amount of millions and millions of dollars is because I have what I call a skill stack. So Russell has the benefit of his skill of being a marketer is also what he teaches. So he's an amazing marketer and an amazing teacher. That's a beautiful skill stack that makes you a lot of money. I am an amazing life coach, if I do say so myself. I love life coaching. It's my art. It's what I study. But I also realized I needed to learn the skill of marketing. And so with those 2 skills together is how I win. And I know that there's a lot of you that your skill in life isn't marketing. And you're like, I don't want to do marketing. And listen, I was the exact same way. I tried to get everyone else to do my marketing for me. And I know that some of you are thinking that. You're like, no, I'm just going to hire someone. And listen, I highly recommend that you do hire someone. And I have someone that does it for me now, but you should start by doing your own funnel first. And I know that many of you are like, I don't want to do that. It's hard. I go inside ClickFunnels and it's very confusing and I'm scared, whatever. Listen, when I first started, we didn't even have ClickFunnels to be able to do it. We're making it all by hand. ClickFunnels makes it so much easier. And I will tell you, going in, I made my very first funnel I did myself. I did my very own book funnel in ClickFunnels. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did. And to talk about what Chris was talking about earlier, I made my first ads. And listen, when you go into that Facebook ad manager, it's going to seem overwhelming and crazy and awful. But if you do your first ad and your first funnel yourself, then you can manage someone so much better because you know what you're talking about. So I highly recommend that. I feel like a lot of us, as we get older, we don't want to learn new things. We don't have a teacher telling us we have to do it. We don't have grades that we have to be getting. So we just give up so easily. And I think that's one of the, shames of becoming an adult. We stop growing. So this is my message to all of you. Get in there and make at least one funnel. You don't even have to publish it. Just do the work of creating that one funnel and go create one ad yourself. Now, as you do that, you're going to face two things. And we call it math and drama. Okay. And this is all entrepreneurs are going to deal with math and they're going to deal with drama. You build a business with math and you are along the way going to have lots of drama that's going on in your mind. I have an example of this with one of my mentors, Frank Kern. I was making in ClickFunnels, I was making my book funnel, and this will happen to all of you, some of you. Maybe some of you will get lucky, but most of us are going to go in there. We're going to create our first page and we're going to have people coming to that page and they won't opt in. And we're going to think, oh my gosh, I knew it. Funnels won't work for me. I'm a life coach. Funnels only work for bros. I can't do this. And I wanted to give up. And I went to Frank and I told him, I was like, this isn't going to work for me. I can't do this. I shouldn't be a life coach. I should probably quit. I should only help people that are like in my neighborhood. And he was like, or you could change the headline, which I did. And then it worked. So it really is just understanding which of your problems are math that can be solved with math and which of your problems are drama that can be solved with drama. That can be solved with life coaching. All technical problems, all math problems have solutions and all drama problems aren't really problems. Ooh. And when you coach your drama problems, you can do your math and you can make so much more of an impact than you're probably even imagining. So I want to just give a few, this is actually my model. This is my framework that I use. Can they see that right now? Yep. This is my framework that I use in my business, in my life coaching. And I just want to go over it briefly so you understand that circumstances at the top there are facts and thoughts are just sentences in your mind. So when you separate out the facts from sentences in your mind, that is when you can really win because your thoughts create your feelings drive your actions. So in that action line, we want to put building funnels, making money, right? And the result is you're going to have an impact on the world. So the example that I want to give, there's a couple of examples that I want to give before we get to your actual problems that you all posted. One of the examples that would be a factual problem is I don't have a lot of money to invest in my business. Now, a lot of you think that then we should just stop. Like, I don't have a lot of money. That's a reason. That's why I'm not going to do this. But I would say that's a math problem. Sure. What would be your solution for that math problem?
A couple things. Number one is you don't have to have money. I didn't buy my first ad in ClickFunnels, my first paid ad for 2 years of ClickFunnels. And prior to that, 10 years. Like, there are free ways to get traffic, right? You make a good video that goes viral or gets out there, you can get traffic for free. So you don't have to have money to buy ads. And number two is you can use this, like again, if the things like I can't afford ClickFunnels, well, go and build somebody a funnel in exchange for you building them a funnel, have them pay for your ClickFunnels account. Like, there's hundreds of people who've done that. Like, I can't afford the money for ClickFunnels account. So I found a chiropractor. I built him a funnel. He pays me $300 a month to manage it. It covers my costs. Now I have ClickFunnels for free. So it's just figuring out how to use the tool to pay for the tool, right?
Exactly. And that's why I say, if you don't have enough money to invest in ads, your problem is you don't have a funnel. That's why you don't have any money. Yeah. So it's like, you're going to have to figure out the way to create the funnel so you can then get the money to be able to invest in ads.
Yeah. Because if you do a funnel correctly, you put $1 in advertising in, they go through the funnel, they buy the things, and then you get $2 back out. So then, yeah, it's like an ATM. You put money in and more money comes back out and you don't have to worry about it.
I will tell you, that was one of the most amazing feelings I literally have ever had in my life when I got that funnel to work. Like, as an adult, figuring out, it was like algebra, like figuring it out and then putting money, like exactly $1 an ad and getting $2, I was like, I just made an ATM machine. I made my own ATM machine, literally. And it has just continued to do that for the past 8 years. I don't have an email list. Math problem.
You should get an email list. Number one, yeah. Step number one, you build a lead magnet. Step number two, you put a lead funnel like we talked about yesterday. Step number three, you create an ad and get people to come in and start building email lists. Like it's step number one in the process.
Yeah. So, I mean, be careful a lot of people will say to me, like my students will say to me, I don't have an email list, therefore I quit. It's like, no, that has a solution. Another example, people aren't showing up for my webinar.
Mm-hmm. Is your webinar boring? What's the title of it? So you talked about your book funnel. It didn't convert till you changed the title. I see some people who like the webinar is literally like, show up and I'm going to show you guys my 5-step system to how to make hamburgers, right? And people are like, oh, the webinar is about how to make hamburgers. I know how to make hamburgers. So they don't show up. Versus like you change it where it's like, you have some curiosity, like my 5-step system for making the best meal on the planet you can make with your family and your kids. It's going to change their life. Now you're like, oh, and then they're going to register. They're going to show up because there's curiosity. It's just like tweaking messaging is the key.
Yeah. I mean, Russell has this whole framework for doing a webinar. So when your webinar doesn't work, you don't throw up your hands and say, I'm terrible. I'm not worthy. I can't do this anymore. I quit. You say, oh, okay, here's how I do a webinar. Here are the components of it. I wonder which part of it isn't working. Math problem, easy to solve. And a couple other ones are people aren't clicking on my ad. I don't have enough sales. Math problems. Now, most of you, when Russell went live this morning, most of you don't have math problems. Most of you have drama. That's where I come in because I'm a life coach. Here's some drama. I'm not technical. I'm not a business person. I've never done this before. This is too complicated. This isn't working. I don't know how. I don't have the time. When you say those things to yourself, you may think that that's just facts. That's just true. That's just real. And what I want to show you is that that is all optional. And if you don't pay attention to those thoughts and you don't change those thoughts, you will quit based on a thought you're choosing to have that you didn't even know you were making a choice. So a lot of you, and we're going to go through some actual examples that you guys posted, but for example, I'm not technical. Why would anyone ever say that about themselves? Right? Because look at my model here. If you think I'm not technical, how are you going to feel? Inadequate, right? And when you feel inadequate, what do? Nothing, right? And then your result is nothing. And you're like, see, I'm not technical. But if you think, I can figure this out, I can become technical, right? Then you're going to feel maybe a little bit more motivated, maybe a little bit more determined. Then maybe you'll try some stuff. It's kind of like Chris was reminding me of what Myron says. He's like, if you want to get good at the thing, you got to do the thing. I love this idea. You have to it's like in school, right? You don't know how to do math before you start doing math. And then you know how to do math. I know how to do a funnel now. But the way that I know how to do a funnel is by doing a funnel, right? But if you tell yourself you're not technical, you won't even try and you'll try to outsource it. And then you won't even know how to manage that person. So, and the other one, a lot of you is like, I don't know how. That feels true. That feels real. But why would you tell yourself that? Because think about that. When you tell yourself you don't know, how do you feel? Inadequate. You feel like you don't know. You feel like you're out of the loop. But instead, if you change that to I'm going to figure this out, all of a sudden you have a whole new feeling, whole new action, whole new result. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? Okay, now we're going to talk about some actual examples. Someone's going to read them to us, yeah?
Yeah, Brent's back here.
All right.
Brent's got the questions.
Okay, so he's going to read it. And first we're going to decide whether it's math or drama. And then we're going to talk to you about how to solve it. Because if it's math, we solve it one way. If it's drama, we solve it another.
Awesome. Okay, this first question comes from Craig. He says, how in a sea of people trying to offer funnel building right now, am I going to find the customers to make this work?
Was that math or drama?
I think it's both. Okay, so listen to the way that you ask the question. In a sea full of funnel builders, right? As soon as you say in a sea full of funnel builders, you feel like you're just a fish in a school, like, and there's so many of them, right? If you just change the way you ask the question, how will I, as a funnel builder, what was the second half of it?
How he's going to find customers.
How, as a funnel builder, will I find customers? If you ask the question that way, then it's math.
Good. And then 2 math things. So number 1 is you build a funnel to get those people. Number 1. Number 2 is maybe this is a drama one because number 2 is like, I live in Boise, Idaho. I've been doing funnels for 20 years. I don't think I've said the word. I don't think it's a person on the planet that said the word funnels more than me. And if I was to walk down the street, like right here, up and down the street, Of all the businesses there, I would bet 1 out of maybe 50 have ever heard of me. And that one is the chiropractor, because I'm renting the office for him to hide stuff in, right? Like that's the only one who knows that funnels even are. So like that's coming from me, who's the funnel guy in Boise, Idaho, in my local neighborhood. Nobody knows who funnels are. So it's like in a sea of all these funnel builders, there's a 1,000-time bigger sea of businesses who don't even know what a funnel is. Like you guys are the rare people who are on the front end of this. Like in a decade from now, if I keep doing my job for the next decade, then people will hopefully start finding out about it. But for right now, it's still a secret. The fact that there is
not a sea full of funnel builders. There's like a puddle full of them. Seriously.
I can't tell you how many people a day I get begging me, like,
yes,
who can build a funnel? Who can build a funnel for like big people, authors, speakers, coaches, like e-com brands, like who can build a funnel? I'm like there's not enough.
Yeah, listen, life coaches need people to build funnels for them. That's my world. I have a sea of life coaches that want someone to build funnels for them. So be careful the way you think and ask questions. When you tell yourself there's a sea of funnel builders, you're going to feel like you're not important, right? If you're like, there is a sea full of people that need funnels, just changing the way you think about that is going to change the way you approach your customer and going out there and your confidence. Okay, what's the next one?
Awesome. Okay. This next question is from Steph. They say, I have a fear of too many people accepting the offer and not being able to keep up with the volume and failing.
That's amazing fear.
To be so successful, I can't do it. That happens often. I have people all the time who are like, turn the funnel. Like we did it with some clients, like turn the funnel off. I'm like, why? Like you have to stop because we're getting too much traffic. Like, but it's working. Like we can't handle it anymore, and we had to turn things off. But guess what? You just turn them off. You turn the ads off, and they stop showing up. Right? You get 35 million views on a video. You can turn the video off, and then they stop, and then turn it back on when you're ready for more. Like,
yes, I mean that is a math problem. What if I have too many customers? Turn your funnel off,
or hire more people.
Or hire more people, right? Deal with because you're right. That could be a problem if you can't deliver to your customer. So that's just an easy math problem.
Perfect.
All right, what's next?
All right. Cindy asks, I came up with an idea for a great business, but I don't know how popular it will be. I think it's great, but I don't know if my dream audience would want what I'm offering.
Wish we had a specific example, which we don't. I'll give you, I talked about this on the VIP call yesterday though, like, excuse me, the idea that I came up with, and everyone now is like, oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense, Russell. Funnels. That's a big market. When we got started doing this game, no one was talking about funnels. Funnels weren't a thing. Brent, back in the day, Brent was my first people that worked with me. And I'm sure you remember this. We did an event. I was like, I'm going to teach everyone about funnels. We ran radio ads here in Boise and direct mail and everything. We did this huge thing, and 2 people showed up, right? No, my market didn't want it. No one wanted it, right? 18 years ago, nobody cared about this, but I did. Like, I was obsessed with this. So I was going to talk about it whether I got paid or not because I loved it. So I kept doing it. Now, fast forward 15 years later, we have 5,000 people funnel hacking live, and it became a market. So the biggest thing is like, are you obsessed with it? If you are, like, go into that and keep doing it, and then it'll create the market. Your customers will see how passionate you are, and they'll come to you, right? Most of you guys, even on this challenge, didn't know what a funnel was before Monday, and also now you're here and you're like, wow, this guy is really excited about funnels. Like, what is this, right? And now all of a sudden people care. So it's like your passion, your excitement for the topic, where you do it no matter what. Like that's what fuels it and moves it forward.
But I think some of you don't have that. You're like, I don't feel that passion. I don't know what that is. And so it's like, if you don't have something you love and that you want to deliver, find something that customers love and want you to solve. Right? There's customers that need help with things that you can figure out how to solve. So many different things. I was reading the comments and someone said, why didn't you tell them to just raise their prices on our first question? If you have too many customers,
that is another great solution. Yes. If you have too many customers, increase your prices, double your prices, triple your prices.
So good. All right. What's next?
So good. Okay. From Charles. He says, I've been around marketing for 8 years now, following you, Russell, for most of those. I've only been part of teams doing sales and marketing, but I still feel like an imposter to doing it all on my own and teaching and helping others.
That's a drama question.
Totally drama. So you have to ask yourself, why would you feel like an imposter, especially with all the experience that you have doing something new, right? And so it's like, if you think about yourself, like you're just new. If you think about yourself, I'm new and I'm talented and I'm smart and I can do this, and there's other people that aren't as smart as me that have done this, and that is a thought that can really serve you, because I feel like in many ways, I'm not very smart. We've had lots of examples of that just this week of me driving and not being able to find places and stuff. I'm like, I'm not that smart. And I use funnels to make a lot of money. And so I think a lot of people say I have imposter syndrome as if it's like an actual diagnosable syndrome. It's not a thing. Like, and when you tell yourself that, think about how you feel when you think that. I have imposter syndrome versus I'm a funnel builder. I'm a life coach. I'm a marketer. Like, instead of calling yourself an imposter, call yourself what you actually are and move into that identity.
So good.
So
Perfect. All right. Robbie says, what's holding me back is not having a product. I don't know my dream audience.
Is that math or drama?
I think it's both. So I think the math answer is pick a product, any product, and go, right? Would you say?
100%.
Yeah.
Christine talked about cologne. She found someone that had cologne. She's like, oh, I could sell this. And she grabbed it and ran. I don't know how passionate you are about cologne, but it didn't really matter, right? Now, obviously, there's things she's passionate about, which she also dives into, but it's like, yeah, pick anything initially because you're just trying to learn the skill set. My first product was how to make potato guns. I'm not that passionate about potato guns. You hear me talk about it a lot because it's my origin story, but like, I don't care about them. I don't, but it was the first thing I tested it against, learned, like proved it worked, and then picked other things to apply it to later. Or again, like find another business you're passionate about, find another movement, find something and come and like become a funnel builder for that person, right? Like we're looking for funnel builders all the time. You're amazing. Like, please apply ClickFunnels. I need more funnel builders. I bought like 12 companies this year. Like I need a lot more funnel builders. If you believe in my mission or the mission of my sub companies, you're obsessed with bone broth or green drinks or any of the things I'm doing, like we're looking for amazing funnel builders. Find a product that you can be passionate about. And there's very few companies that have a really good funnel builder on them. Stacey and Paul, relationships, they need funnel builders, right? They can launch 400. I keep telling them how many more funnels they should be launching. They're ready for you guys to come and get them. Like, right? Everyone in this room needs more funnel builders. So like find a product you're passionate about and go connect with them.
Yeah. And I think too, a lot of times you hear a lot of us come up and we're like, we're living our dream. This is the most passionate thing I've ever, but it took us a while to get there. For many of us, it took us a while to find that. And so make sure you're not comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or end. Like learning the skill of building funnels, learning the skill of marketing, you can apply to anything. So then when you discover your dream, you have that skill. And then you're ready to go.
And one thing I'll add too is like sometimes you think like if I'm not the person, then why am I doing this, right? And obviously the people on stage are like the people in their companies, but I have 400 staff and employees and team who make sure that all of this can even happen, right? I'm so grateful for all of them, like putting their talents and efforts into help supporting us. Like I couldn't do what I'm doing without any of them, right? I had Leon, one of my designers, who designed all the slides for me, every single funnel hacking live, every single thing. Like he does all of our slides. And I remember he came here to Boise one day and he was about to leave. He came and gave me a hug. He's like, just so you know, he's like, my mission in life is to help amplify your mission. And I was like, I am so grateful for him because I couldn't do what I'm doing without Leon and without Brandon and like all the people here. Like I couldn't do it. And so you don't always have to be the person in front. Like find something you're passionate about and use these skill sets to amplify any message, any mission you're interested in. I love Operation Underground Railroad, which is a charity I believe in. So we use the funnels to apply to them to help grow them. Like find anything you're passionate about and attach it and use these skills that you're learning for that.
Yeah. And another warning I want to give to many of you is I think some of you are like, my passion is this, but somebody's already done it. Like, I think a lot of people think that. And my first funnel was weight loss. And I was like, the last thing anybody needs is another weight loss book. But the truth is my people needed my weight loss book. And my people needed to hear it from me in the way that I taught it. There were lots of other books out there. And your people, you have to remember, you're teaching it, but nobody can teach it like you can. And there are people that only want to hear it from you. So be careful, because I think some of you are like, I need to find a thing that no one's done before. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find the thing that no one's done before, but you're going to find the thing that maybe someone else has done, but they haven't done it like you. So be careful with that one too. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right. Our next question is from Laura Lee. She says, what's holding me back is understanding paid ads.
Very good. That's definitely a math question. How many of you guys think I know how to run paid ads? Yeah, I don't. One time I logged into Facebook Ad Manager and I got stressed out. So I didn't know how to run paid ads. So initially I found people who did. I said, look, and there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can say, hey, I've got this really cool idea. I'll give you part of the company. I'll give you equity. I'll give you whatever. I'll pay. And you don't have money up front. That's cool. Like when we launched ClickFunnels and started doing ads, I didn't have money to pay someone to do ads. And so John on my team was like, hey, I want to learn ads. So he learned ads and he ran the ads for ClickFunnels. Still does this day, right? I have other businesses where I try to find someone like, hey, you're a good ads person. I've got a cool funnel because I love building funnels. And then we pay them or we give partnership or equity and they take over the ads and they can run it for you. So you don't have to, like, I agree. You should do these things yourself so you can learn the whole process. At the same time, like there are people that are going to be better at different skill sets, right? I'm good at the creation of the ads because I'm more creative mind, but the ads are creative and analytical. And I'm not the analytical mind. Like spreadsheets stress me out. So I find people who are good at spreadsheets and they can help run those things for you, right? And so that's kind of a thing. Find a partner. Find in this group of, I think he said 50,000 people in this Facebook group. In fact, go in the Facebook group or VIP. If you are a technical mind, like you love ads, you love spreadsheets, Excel, right? I'm technical, or right? Not technical. What's a better word? Like I like, is the right brain or left brain? What's the
Left, right? Left brain right now. Let's see how many left brainers we got. So left brainers, these are people that are good at analytics. They can help figure out the stuff, the numbers, right? So find a left brain. Now, how many guys? Yes. Now, how many guys are right brain? You're like, I'm more creative. Like, I want to do what Christine's doing, and Russell's doing, and I want to make ads. I want to do the creative side. Who's the right brainers? Okay, left and right. Find partnerships. Okay, I didn't build ClickFunnels by myself. I found a Todd who's a genius left brain. I'm a creative right brain. We connected together, and boom, out pop ClickFunnels. Like, don't do this on your own. Like, find people. Like, this is the whole half of this thing is like connecting this community so you guys can find each other. Right? In this group, there's funnel builders, there's ad people, there's copywriters, there's designers. Like, you don't have to do this yourself. Like, start getting to know the people in the group. Like, spend time when you're going live on Facebook. Say, I'm looking for this kind of a person. I'm looking for this kind of person, and start connecting. Like, your lifelong partnerships, friendships, things can be built inside this community. I look at even like my inner circle programs. Like, most of the people in their circle are doing some kind of deals together. Like, someone's running ads, someone's doing operations for, like, they're doing all these kind of things because they're all connected in this community. And so make sure you leverage it. It's like there's more left.
There's so many. Right. And here's the other thing. If you can Google the answer to it, you don't have a problem. Right? I don't know how to run ads. Just type in, how do I run ads? And they will tell you. And Facebook will tell you for free how to run ads. Now, I didn't want to learn how to do that, but I did. And I'm so glad that I did. So I think that's the other thing is like, a lot of people like, I don't know how to run ads. And then they make the drama conclusion. Therefore, I can't have an online business, right? Do not do that to yourself. All right.
Okay. Next question is from Phil. He says, I fear that I'm not going to find the right thing to focus on. My efforts are scattered because everyone is telling me a different thing to focus on, and I don't know how to tell which one is the right one. I know I need to focus and get a mentor and put the blinders on to everything and everyone else, as you, Russell, said yesterday. But how do I minimize the risk of choosing the wrong focus / mentor so that I don't spend time and money and I don't have going down the wrong road?
That's a math problem. Just pick Russell. Next.
And also, it's kind of funny though, because like you came to the challenge, you registered for the challenge, you've heard me talk for the thing. I told you to pick a mentor. Like, either pick me or don't. And I'm cool. It doesn't matter to me. My life will not change one iota whether you do or not. But if you believe this is the way, then there you go. Here I am. I'm not leaving. I've been here for a decade. I've been here for almost 2 decades now talking about this. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I know what to do. I've coached thousands of people on this path. Like, and if you don't trust me, cool. I get it. Some people like my whatever. I talk too fast. Go find someone else, but pick one person and then just do it. If you're here, like, just pick me because like you're here, right? Otherwise, what's the point? There's 500 other challenges happening, so go pick someone else if you don't like it. But like, you're here, so let's go. If you're 3 days into this, like, you believe in this concept, right? It is the way. So let's go.
But it's interesting. Like, how do I prevent myself from choosing the wrong mentor? As if that would be like the worst thing in the world. Like, choose a mentor, do what they're offering, learn from them, and maybe you try another mentor later or whatever. But you have to be willing to take a risk on yourself to be able to make any kind of progress. You have to make a decision to move forward. So many people live in maybe and indecision, and all that energy they have just spins inside of them. So I would much rather you choose a mentor and choose the wrong one than do nothing.
Sure.
Oh, it's good. Okay, we got a few more minutes here. Next question from Linda. She says, what if nobody buys my big idea?
That's drama.
Well, someone may not buy it.
Yeah.
Let's start with math. What if no one buys it?
Then you should try another one. Guess what my first offer did? Nothing. Guess my second one did? Nothing. My third one? Nothing. Or I don't know, 6 or 7 was my first one that made a little bit of money. It didn't make very much. And then another one, another one. Like, everyone thinks we have to get to the finish line tomorrow. Like, I'm 2 decades into this now. I had a lot of offers along the way. Some hit, some didn't. Right? Christine talked about earlier. She had this offer about how to come and do bands and shows and everything. Right? Then COVID hit, and then nobody could do bands and shows. She's like, oh crap, I'm out. She's like, well, what could I teach these people instead? How to find virtual options, right? Like, it's always shifting. It's always changing. Like, this is not like I'm going to create the perfect offer that'll be flawless and I will never deviate from it ever. Like, how many offers have you created since you've been in this game?
So many.
Yeah, like, you keep trying and like, that didn't work. The nice thing about those, like, you launch an offer and you have no idea if it worked or not. You do, but the world doesn't. Like, I've launched so many offers and later people are like, oh, I saw that offer, man, it must have crushed. I was like, nope, nobody bought. But guess what? Who didn't know? Nobody else knows. They see me put the funnel out there, they see me drive some ads, see some stuff. Nobody knows the results on the backside except for you, so it doesn't matter. So if it fails, like, nobody knew. It doesn't matter. What's the sound of what do they say when if a tree crashes in the forest and no one's around, does it make a noise? Like, same thing. Like, if your funnel flops and nobody knows, did it flop? Like, no, like, just make another offer, make another one, keep doing it, right? And just keep doing it until you hit one that hits, and then it blows up.
But also notice, this is what brains do. They're like, what if I pick the wrong mentor? What if nobody buys anything? What if I can't figure it out? You also, this is all I ask you to do, is give equal airtime to the opposite question. What if it does work? What if this really could be the thing that changes your entire life? Like all of us are living examples of that. What if it does sell? What if someone does buy it? What if you do change someone's life? I remember when I wrote my first book, I was like so freaked out. I was so freaked out about writing my book because of I didn't feel like I had good grammar in the book. It's so ridiculous to me now. But I wrote it anyway. I had someone edit it, and I had a woman write me a letter about that book and say she had tried everything in her life. She had watched her mom have open heart surgery because of her obesity. Nothing had changed her life until she read my book. And it made me realize if you can change one person's life, isn't it worth getting over yourself? What if nobody buys it? What if someone does? What if just one person does? I think that's reason enough to do it, my opinion, for sure.
So good.
Okay. Aubrey says, needing to be visible, but hate being on camera.
Okay, that's total drama. So I have a couple answers to that. First of all, we could try to understand why you hate being on camera, and we could try to make it so you love being on camera, or you could just go on camera while you hate it. And that is actually what I recommend. It saves time. There's so many of us that when we first started hated being on camera. We hated seeing ourselves in videos. We hated hearing our own voice, and we just did it anyway. And then eventually it's like you get over it. You get over it because the reasons that you're hating it is because you're judging yourself and you're afraid other people will judge you. And this is back to that original point. It's worth it to have people judge you for the other people that you will help their lives. It's worth it. Are you willing to I let people hate me all the time. I have lots of haters, lots of comments about people hating me, and so many more comments about people loving me. It's worth it. So I would say in the beginning, let yourself be terrible at it and let yourself hate it. Anything you want to add? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a consistency thing. It's putting in the reps, right?
Yeah.
Some of you haven't seen my old videos, man. First time I ever spoke, first time I ever did a Facebook Live, like they were really, really bad and embarrassing. But what's really cool is that in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you've got your following, your tribe, you have a chance to show them the originals. You're like, this is where I came. Like, how much motivation does that give them? If you watch Garrett White's videos from when he started, like go to YouTube, type in Garrett White and scroll back in the internet. You're gonna find Garrett wearing rainbow fruity tooty colors, bare feet, socks, bleach blonde hair, talking all goofy. And like, that was Garrett a decade ago. You saw Garrett yesterday. They are different people. But man, if Garrett a decade ago didn't start, he never became Garrett of today.
Yes, that's
the same thing is true for you
good.
guys as well.
You have to do stuff. Like I always say, discomfort is the currency to your dreams. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to be terrible at it at the beginning. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and let people see you. If you don't show, there is something inside of you that is extraordinary. I believe this for every single person. And if you don't let us see it, the world will miss out on it. And I don't think our own self-doubt is reason enough not to do it. I think that's a reason to do it, is to overcome that self-doubt and evolve.
So cool.
Oh, so good. Okay. This is the last question. This is from Kirsten. Kirsten says, can I make people believe me? I know what I'm talking about, but will people believe me just based off my experiences?
Some will, some won't.
Yeah, it's drama. My question to you is, do you believe you? And if the answer is yes, it actually doesn't matter if they do, because you won't try to get everyone to believe in you. And I think that's a big mistake people make. They want everyone to believe in them. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need the people that need you to believe in you. So half the room probably won't believe in you, but the other half will. Maybe it's just one person. Maybe it's just two in every room. That is enough. But you have to, if you want to have influence on other people and you want to have other people believe in themselves, you have to believe in yourself first. So that would be kind of back to you, like make sure you sell yourself on you before you start selling yourself on other people.
Essentially in the New Testament, Christ talks about this. He says that my sheep will hear my voice and they'll become my fold. Like it's true for all of us. Like your sheep, your people, the people who you've been called to serve will hear your voice.
Yes.
Right. And they will come to you. Not everyone's going to come to you. Someone's going to come to you and they're going to hate you and they're going to leave. And like that happens. Like I see it every single day in my world. People come and like we had the challenge, 150,000 people register. We have 50,000 in this group. Some of you guys are following, you're hearing, you're connecting, you're coming. And a lot of you guys are going to leave and you're disappearing. You're going to think this is a waste of time or a waste of energy or didn't work or funnels aren't real or there's a better way to, like, that's okay. I don't need to get 100% people like me. Like literally if my funnels convert like 3%, that's a multi 8-figure year business. That's 97% people tell me no. 3% say yes, boom, I'm rich. Like the majority will never follow you. The majority are not going to listen. The majority aren't going to buy. The majority aren't going to do anything. But you're working for the minority, for your sheep, for the people who are going to hear your voice and connect with you specifically. Like that's who you're doing this all for.
So just be okay. Understand, like, man, the majority of the people are going to hate me. The majority of people hate everybody, right? Like, it's not going to matter. Like, I'm not doing it for the majority. I'm doing it for my people, right? The people I've been called to serve, the people who hear my voice and like, oh, like, yes, Russell's the one. Like, I can follow him. I understand him. I see where he's going. I connect with him, and they're going to follow me. And then Brooke's people are going to follow her, and like everyone's going to follow their people. But it's just being consistent to find your 3%. That's it.
And for many of you, those people are waiting for you. And you're not there for them yet, maybe because you're not believing in yourself or your self-doubt, or you don't want to figure out how to do an ad or a funnel. And for me, that is the most important thing that I remember. For so many of you in your challenges to us said, I'm afraid to be on camera. I'm afraid to show up. I'm afraid people will judge me. I'm afraid my family will judge me. It has to be worth it that you do that. It's not about you. It has to be worth it that you do that for the people that need you. And whether it's you're giving them soap, or, you know, a nutrition bar, or you're creating an ad for them, or you're changing their life with life coaching, they are waiting for you. So don't hold yourself back from being available to them, is my message to everyone. Because once you meet them, they're going to be like, where you been?
Dan, I'll end with one quote. Dan Kennedy says the Funnel Hockey Live, and it was so powerful. He said that you walk in any room, he's like, there's going to be like a third of the room who's the opposite way you are. A third is kind of complacent. He said, in every single room, a third of the people are waiting for the radical to arrive. And you're the radical coming in, and they're waiting for you to hear, to say your message. And like, yes, I agree with that person. They're going to leave and follow you. Like, it's awesome. So
yeah. So solve your math and get over your drama.
That was amazing. Thank you, Brooke, for
go.
this whole thing. Okay, real quick. If we can advance slides. So really quick, we're going to do, thank you. That was amazing. I'm glad we did that. That was so good. So good. Okay, guys, how'd you enjoy day number 3 so far? It's been great. Okay, so really quick, again, so you guys have today's homework. Today's homework is going to be more simple because a lot of you guys still are trying to catch up on day 1 and day 2. So today's will be a little bit lighter. That way you can keep focusing on day number 1, day number 2, and keep learning how to use the editor, keep like focusing on putting the pages in and all that kind of stuff. But today's is going to be fun. So today you're going to go, again, yourfirstfunnelchallenge.com/day3 is your one pager. On that one pager, there'll be a video of me walking through. But the key is I want you guys funnel hacking some ads, looking some ads, getting ideas for hooks and stories and offers. And then I want you to actually make an ad on your phone. And again, this is not for the world to see. This is just for us inside this group to see. Post it, and just like, if we're all doing it, we won't feel stupid. If just one person does it, you feel awkward. But if we have 1,000 of you guys all make an ad and post inside the Facebook group, then yeah, it'll be fun. So don't make it complicated or stressful. Just grab your phone, click go, tell a hook, a story, and an offer. End it, upload to Facebook in our group, and that's the homework for today. And then again, go through, have some fun, look at the funnel the ad libraries, and just enjoy that. If you're not a VIP yet, a lot of people are asking, like, what are all the benefits of VIP? There's a lot. One of the biggest ones is you get the replays of all the stuff that's been happening. Some of you guys have been asking for replays. VIPs get all the replays, not only of the live sessions, but also the VIP Q&As. If you've been on the Q&A calls and the VIP sessions, both day 1 and day 2, they have been insane. Like one of my buddies texted me. He's like, I would have paid for just that alone. Like, that was so cool. So you get all the replays for all this entire week, plus the replay of the VIP sessions, plus you get a ClickFunnels account for 30 days, plus you get, I don't even remember what else, a whole bunch of other cool stuff. And again, the best thing is it's literally free. It's $0. You just got to sign up for a 30-day ClickFunnels trial. And the link is yourfirstfunnelchallenge.com/VIP. If you're trying to figure out how to log into ClickFunnels 2.0, it's just myclickfunnels.com. That's all the links. And that's is basically what we're going to do for today. So thank you guys so much for being here. For VIPs, we're going to get started. Let's do, how about 45 minutes? We ended up hanging out and having too much fun. So we're going to go for 45 minutes from now. VIPs will begin. We'll come back. If you're in VIP session, if you guys are here in the Zoom rooms, ask your questions, drop them down below. And we'll be pulling a bunch of you guys on for live Q&A and coaching, which will be so much fun. It'll be me, Christine, and Brooke will be up here on stage doing Q&A with you guys. It's going to be so much fun. So make sure you drop your questions in here. And for everyone else who wants to be part of the VIP session, if you're not yet, go get started. Go to yourfirstfunnelchallenge.com/VIP, put your $0 in, you get a 30-day ClickFunnels trial, and then you can jump in the VIP room to VIP with us as well. And that's kind of it for today. Tomorrow, you guys, we're going to go deeper into funnels. Tomorrow's going to be, I've got an insane day planned for you guys tomorrow. Do not miss even a second of it. We'll be starting the same time, same place, and we're going to go deep into other funnels, other ideas. And I think that tomorrow I'm hopefully going to give you guys like the key to the kingdom, everything you guys need to really start putting all these pieces that we've been talking about together. So that's the thank you guys so much for hanging out today. And VIPs, we'll see you guys in 45 minutes. Thanks, everybody.